Hello there. Thanks so much for joining me today. Thanks for coming back for our week of calm. Today is all about anxiety control, and we're going to start this practice in half shavasana. So we're going to be on our backs with our knees up. So go ahead and meet me on your back. Feet are firmly planted about hip width apart. And you can tuck the shoulder blades and allow the palms to drop to the side, face up. Go ahead and bring all of your awareness to this space right here, right now. Attempting to drop all of the thoughts, clearing out the mind, and allowing your awareness to come to the breath. The one guarantee that we can depend on to be here for us. That air magically moving in and out. When we put our thoughts to the breath, we are doing what a lot of people call the mind-body connection. We are connecting our mind and our thoughts to the body and what it's doing, how it's feeling. It's a great awareness for us to have during our yoga practice. That connection is what's allowing the body to be more calm. Slowly, you can go ahead and make sure that our feet are touchable to our hands here. So if you can't feel the backs of your heels, scoot your hips down just a little bit. We're going to lift up through the glute, or engage the glutes to lift through the hips. Nothing big, nothing exaggerant here. Just lighten up the core, firing up the legs, welcoming the body into our practice here. Nice steady inhales and exhales through the nose. Yoga is a natural way to help remove or overcome our deep-rooted worries and fears. Release, and then go ahead and windshield wiper your legs here. Gentle, nice and slow. And then we're going to hug those legs in. And we're going to allow them to drop over towards the left. Go and send that right arm out and take your gaze towards that right arm. If it feels good, you can bring your left hand to your right knee. Nice gentle twist here. Big inhales through the belly and nice controlled exhales. On an inhale, we'll peel ourselves back to center. And then we're going to allow the legs to drop over towards the right, taking that left arm long and taking the gaze towards that left hand. Right hand can be on that left knee. And we breathe nice, big, deep breaths. controlled by you and your mind. Beautiful. Slowly, we peel ourselves back to the center. Hug those knees in. And if you like to rock and roll with me, now is going to be our chance to rock and roll here. We're going to come up into an all fours position. So we're going to rock through, swinging the legs behind us. And once we get here, we're going to take cat-cow. So yesterday we talked a lot about this connection and matching up that movement with the breath. Same thing today, less talking from me. So on our inhale, the belly drops and the chest lifts. The gaze comes up. And on the exhale, we round through the spine and gaze goes in between the feet. So do a few of these, matching up to the rhythm of your own mind-body connection, doing what feels good for you here. We're going to take one more full round of breath here. We'll all meet back in our neutral tabletop position. And once we get here, let's go and tuck the toes. And coming into plank, if you need the knees lowered, be my guest. Let's push forward and just take a little rock. And then we're going to take circles. And then reverse those circles. Beautiful. Hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Once you get here, we're going to half lift, nice and long, lengthen spine. And exhale, we fold. Little forward fold action. We're not going to stay here as long as yesterday. I'm sure you are saying thank you. We are going to go ahead and peel ourselves up into a nice standing mountain position here. Head comes last. Palms are by the side. Go ahead and put that big smile on your face. And then we inhale, arms up. And exhale, we come down to the floor. Hands plant, feet step back. We're in our plank. Lower down the knees and then the chest and the chin. Let's pause here for just a second. And then we're going to roll through into our Sphinx. Taking the legs as wide as the mat. Little bit of a different Sphinx than yesterday. Pushing through the mat, pulling the chest through the shoulders. Breathing. Maybe pushing up through your hands and straightening through the elbows. A little seal position here. Really getting into that back. Breathe. We're not holding that breath. The whole time we are focusing on the inhales and the exhales. We are in a pose, but that's not where our mental capacity is. We are focusing on the breath. Release. And you can go and tuck the toes and pull the hands back under the shoulders. And we're going to push up and everybody's going to meet in a downward facing dog. Go ahead and take that dog in a nice walk. It's our first down dog, so we want to enjoy it. Really stretching through these hamstrings, pushing hard through the shoulders, gripping through that mat. Should feel wonderful. Gaze should be at the toes or maybe the knees. whichever feels better to your eyes. Once you feel good, we're going to step this right foot in between the hands and we're going to lower down that back knee. Allow yourself to rise up if it feels good into our low lunge. Hands up overhead. Pushing into the hips here. Breathing. Thinking about the breath, not thinking about the pose. Beautiful. We're going to bring the hands to the mat. The left hand's going to plant beside the right. Tuck those back toes and lift that left knee. Send that right hand up towards the ceiling. Revolved side angle. Breathe into that belly. You have this beautiful twist going on. We're going to come around for left side Skandasana. So we're bending through the left leg, straightening through that right. Maybe bringing the hands at heart center. Hands can also be on the mat. Just finding what feels good for you here. Breathing. Nice big inhales and exhales. We're going to come back to the front of the mat into our runner's lunge. So we're just going to frame that right foot. We are now on that back foot, so we're not pivoted on it. And when it feels good, we're going to allow an inhale to bring us around into our wide-legged forward fold, Pasarita Padanasana. So we are just ragdolling this here. Breathing, allowing the legs to get their stretch on. And we're going to walk ourselves back to the front, pivoting through the feet, coming back through that runner's lunge. Hands are planted, and we're going to step it back, down dog. We're going to vinyasa, so let's roll forward plank. Take that gaze forward, lower down chaturanga, push up, up dog. Everybody meets back, downward dog. Go ahead and take a nice shake here, a little wiggle. We're going to move on. So the left leg's going to come in between the hands. Lower down that right knee and tuck those toes. And if it feels good, rise up, arms overhead. Low lunge. Beautiful. Push into those hips. Statistically, 18% of adults suffer from anxiety of some fashion. 18%. I was one of those in that statistic until yoga. I used to be on medicine. Through yoga, I gained the control I was seeking. Beautiful. We're coming around. Right hand plants, toes tuck, right knee lifts, left hand up towards the sky. Revolve side angle. Breathing. As humans, we are always on that stress alert, right? Like high alert. Sympathetic nervous system is overdrive all the time. We got to change that through yoga. We're coming around for our Skandasana on the right side this time. So the right leg bends, left leg straightens, hands at heart center. Breathing. We're not holding or clenching the breath. We are soothing that overactive nervous system here by calming the body, by giving it direction, healthy direction, by that mind-body connection. It's where we're actually really firing up the parasympathetic nervous system, which is more like our rest and digest. The body can heal and restore in that kind of situation. The parasympathetic fires up the vagus nerve, and that's why it reduces stress. We're going to come back to the front of the mat, coming through our runner's lunge, hands on the mat. And we're going to go into our wide-legged forward fold. So joining me back. Heels may be a little bit more outwardly than the toes. We don't want the toes to be splayed towards the outside edges of the mat. Big smiles on faces. Letting our bodies know that we are good. We are okay. We don't have lions and bears chasing us in the outback anymore. We are safe, and I am stronger than I can imagine. Back forwards, framing that left foot, little runner's lunge. And we're going to step it back, plank, push back, down dog. Let's take a vinyasa. Roll forward, plank, gaze goes forward. Push forward, lower down, and then push up, up dog. Everybody meets me back. Child's pose. Beautiful. Nice inhales through the belly. We have so many nerves in our bellies, and every time we take a big inhale, filling that belly up, we are signaling the brain that all is good, all is well. When we breathe only into our chest, this can create panic within the body. Anytime you find yourself in a stressful situation, sitting around, opening presents, just chit-chatting, maybe about things you don't want to chit-chat about, maybe things that are offensive to you and you just don't feel comfortable talking about. As a mother, the talent of tuning things out becomes very valuable. Sitting in a room full of a discussion that we don't want to be in, you could remove yourself from the situation. That's obviously going to be the best. If it's rude or you don't feel like you can remove your situation, or if it's just forever ongoing, try not to pay it any attention. At least until you feel that you have the emotional control to react and respond in a fashion that is helpful and beneficial for all parties, not just our own egos. Because I like to tell my daughter, everyone's got an opinion just like they have a you-know-what. And what is an opinion? It's just someone else's thoughts and perceptions, and we should be open to different ideas and perceptions because everyone's experience on this planet has been different. We are all in this together. Let's go ahead and peel ourselves up. And we're going to send the legs out long, coming in for a Paschimottanasana. So if you want, you can take a big bend in these knees. And we're stretching out this spine. So we're trying to grab these toes. This is going to look different for everyone. If you're here, then be here and pull at the toes. Wherever you are to create the sensation that feels good in that back. Breathing. We're not focusing on the pain, the thoughts that come up. We are focusing on the inhale and the exhale. We're not even going to think about the grocery list or what we have to do after this. We are here now. And we're letting the body and our parasympathetic nervous system know this is right. This is where we're supposed to be. I've got this time for myself. Like we said yesterday, I am worthy. Today, I can do tough things. I am stronger than my fears. Your thoughts come up right here in that situation you don't want to be in. Talk to yourself. Coach yourself. Use those crazy thoughts as an empowering way to think. Right? Everybody's minds think on a different rate and pattern. Mine is active all the time. So I'm always coaching myself into thinking positivity. I am stronger than my fears. I can do hard things. Life is beautiful. I am worthy. And most of all, I choose to think positively. Say it with me. I choose to think positively. I choose to think positively. Let's all inhale with that one and take a big sighing exhale to release all that no longer serves us. So inhale, sigh it out. Oh, let's do that again. Nice big inhale. Sigh it out. Beautiful. Filling yourself up. We are going to come in for our lion's breath. So I've not taught this in a while. I like to do this in a kneeling position. Knees are a little bit wider than normal. And then I like to bring my hands to the mat. They can be just planted on the mat. They can also be on your knees if you don't want your hands on the mat. Or you can really stretch to the forearms here and get into the lion's breath with me. So we are letting go of all that no longer serves us. We do not want to hold on to things that we are fearful of. We normally don't have a huge reason to be fearful for our body's knowledge. Our bodies can't understand the difference between us reliving an event that's happened in the past and us being chased by a lion. The stress response, the trigger is the same, and we have to train our bodies to be better. And to be better means that we have more control over the body's response to our own thoughts. That was a lot. So for lion's breath, like I said, you can have your hands wherever you want. You can also have them on the knees. Palms face forward would probably be lovely. So we inhale, nice big, solid, full breath. And then on the exhale, tongue comes out, trying to touch the chin, and the eyes goes towards the third eye. It's a really funny look, feels really freaking amazing. It's a great release. So we're just going to do it twice, and I challenge you to do it with me. So let's go ahead and inhale fully. And exhale, we release it all out. Another big inhale. And release it. Beautiful. Let's sit here for a minute. Come into a nice comfy seat. Bring the hands at heart center. Clear the mind. Roll the shoulder blades back. Unclench the jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relax through the forehead. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this practice has been beneficial, and I hope that you are able to utilize these tools in your everyday life. Have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you back tomorrow.